Stick with the Flu. Today we'll be sharing facts about Black History Month that many of you may not know or you may be unfamiliar with, and also some unknown blacks in history today. So you do not want to miss this today. And welcome back. Black History Month is a very well-known holiday, yet many have no idea when, where, and how the holiday was originated.
Well, like you just said, a lot of people don't know when Black History Month was started, who it was started by, or anything like that. So I have a couple facts for it. It was actually started by Carter G. Woodson, and he was the persecutor to Black History Month. It was created in 1926 in the United States. And when historian, like I said, Carter G. Woodson, he actually started out with a Negro History Week, and then that's how it transformed into Black History Month. So now Black History Month is really celebrated in all different states, not just states, all different countries, not just the United States. So it's a really well-known holiday, and a lot of people celebrate it as far as like African history as well, not just Black history. So there's a lot of things that go into it. And I know we haven't taken a we haven't taken an African American culture class together, but I know that you and Dr. Goldstone are really close, and you guys talk about a lot of stuff like that. So you've even came to some of my classes disrupting, talking while we're discussing a lot of things like that. So shout out to Dr. Goldstone. But I actually want to discuss a few things. Really the main thing I want to discuss is unknown blacks in history. A lot of people know about Rosa Parks, a lot of people know about Madam C.J. Walker and a lot of things like that, but they don't really know about the unknown people that made the same contributions just in different ways. So one lady, Claudette Colvin, she basically did the same thing as Rosa Parks did, but she did it 9 months before she did. And she was 15 at the time. It was 1955. And the NAACP basically didn't want to use her as their promoter or their face because she was pregnant at the time. And so in 1955, I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but in Montgomery, Alabama, in 1955, that's very unheard of for a 15-year-old to be pregnant. So how do you feel about that?
I really think that they probably didn't use her for a poster child just because she was a pregnant teenager, and we know how we view pregnant teens in our society.
Right. So they do that. They do that even now, still, not even just among black people, but among a lot of other people. If you're pregnant, especially at a young age, they look down upon it. It's not something that should be glamorized, but in those days, it was definitely frowned upon. Do you have anybody else that you want to recognize for unfamiliar?
I was unfamiliar with Shirley Chisholm until I took African American Studies last semester with Professor Robin Moss. She was the first African American woman to earn an election in Congress, and she also ran for president in 1972. And she's also one of your sorors of Delta Sigma Theta.
Right, ooh. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, she's made a lot of contributions to the black community and a lot of things like that. And her even attempting to run for presidency as a woman and also as a black woman was a huge thing. And I think she knew going into it that she wouldn't win, but it was just the point of her going forward and her trying that made her go down in history for it. So I definitely thank her for that one. One other lady that I wanted to recognize for, we're doing women today, I guess, but one other lady I want to recognize, I actually found out about her yesterday. And her name is Henrietta Lacks, and basically she was a poor tobacco farmer, her and her husband, and her cells were taken unknowingly, and they were used for polio vaccines, cloning genes, in vitro fertilization, all type of things that she never even knew. And now her children, her children's children now can't even afford health care. But she's done all these things to advance science, and she doesn't get any recognition for it. She didn't even know her cells were going to be taken. So there's just a few people unknown in black history. But when we come back, we're going to be talking with Kyle Donald, Kelsey Mercer, and also Micaiah Carney with NAACP from campus. So don't miss it, okay? Stay with us.
I wanted to start a business that I was passionate about, something I absolutely enjoyed and believed in. I was doing the corporate grinds, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green. My name's Steve Allen. I run Rad Cab in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We do pedicabs and mobile outdoor advertising. I love being social, talking to people.
A lot of confusing stuff when you start a business. When I go in and talk to my store mentor, he really helps me sort it all out, and we just get organized. And when I go home, I feel confident about what's going on. It really feels amazing to create jobs here in my city.
It's incredibly awesome. I love to show it off.
If you get a solid foundation for your business laid, everything else falls in place. SCORE has absolutely been the most invaluable resource that I've had from.
I wanted to start a business that I was passionate about, something I absolutely enjoyed and believed in. I was doing the corporate grinds, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green. My name's Steve Allen. I run Rad Cab in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We do pedicabs and mobile outdoor advertising. I love being social, talking to people.
A lot of confusing stuff when you start a business. When I go in and talk to my SCORE mentor, he really helps me sort it all out, and we just get organized. And when I go home, I feel confident about what's going on. It really feels amazing to create jobs here in my city.
It's incredibly awesome. I love to show it off.
If you get a solid foundation for your business laid, everything else falls in place. SCORE has absolutely been the most invaluable resource that I've had from day one. I could not imagine doing anything else.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
It begins with a story, a connection, that seed or kernel that they might think is. It begins with a story, a connection, that seed or kernel that they might think is mundane and to me is so spectacular. Then I want to draw it out of them, their inspirations, their struggles, their dreams. Oh my God, I love it. I'm a filmmaker, and I wanted to earn a living doing what I love. What I didn't know was business. I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur, so I had to learn. There is this team of individuals who are passionate and caring and want to help. SCORE mentors are serious business experts. They've taught me how to share the story with strategizing, structuring, holding me accountable to my business plan. Why wouldn't you use their services? It's free. Their talent helps me be successful at mine. SCORE experts have helped me build my story Inc. so I can share a story, and maybe one day it'll be your story. Get your free business mentor at score.org.
I'm Kyle Donna. I'm the president of Generation of Disciples.
And I'm Kelsey Mercer, and I'm the vice president.
GOD stands for Generation of Disciples Gospel Choir, and as you can notice, GOD spells God. One reason why we decided to do a gospel choir here on campus is because we had noticed that Voices of Praise had vanished, and also it was rumors per se that they wasn't upholding the Christian light as people would think they should hold up. But regardless of that fact, I thought Voices of Praise was a great gospel choir once I entered my freshman year. But 30 dedicated members?
Yeah, so this semester probably has been our biggest, well, not just this semester, but this entire year. Honestly, we've been traveling. We just recently had a trip in Nashville, and it was a really, really great experience.
But it was very tiring.
We also did AP Apollo this semester, which got us out on campus, so a lot of people know about us. And NAACP and other things. So I'm just really excited about what God is doing. I'm glad that He gave Kyle the vision, you know, to start the gospel choir.
I mean, I think it was like night and day. God said, Kyle, you start this choir. The month of February is actually Black History Month, which stems into our gospel choir. Gospel music actually, the roots come from Black history. I know back in slavery, they used to sing hymns as the way in the water, which stood for multiple meanings. Like, for example, when they go in the water, it's because of the fact they was trying to keep the dogs from sniffing them out. And also, it was a way to say that God is cleansing their spirit. so it has multiple meanings.
And I really feel like even with gospel music that in slavery, because they were already limited to do so many things, by them singing those spirituals and gospel melodies or whatever it is, that was their way of expressing their love for God, that in spite of the situations that they were in, but that they were still grateful, you know, and stuff like that. So I really feel like just not in the gospel choir, but any time you're singing, you know, gospel music and stuff like that, it's all about an expression, just basically thanking God, you know, for being, you know, just simply being here, you know, just having life, just breathing and stuff like that.
And it also reminds us of where we come from, you know, where our ancestors went through and how much have we advanced into today's society. And we also can relate it to today's society, see what is still going on, but it's just in a different form.
As I said, we're just really excited about everything that God has in store for the choir. The practices, I tell you, being president for him and I'm vice president and sometimes director, it gets a little tough. It does, but I don't think that, you say what?
I see you got it.
Yeah, but I honestly can say that I really love it. I love every moment. I love the people. I love it when we're all together, we're singing and just really doing. Our main focus, honestly, is just to minister. You know, you want it to sound good, but I really feel like it's more of a ministry than anything.
And I would definitely like to feed off of that. That's one thing I do notice that my gospel choir, our gospel choir has, that when we sing, we minister. We do not do it for just performance.
Yeah, or an act.
Or an act. Like, that's one thing that brings the anointed around campus, anointing in church, wherever we may go. And I want us to remain that way. I mean, of course, we can improve in, like, techniques and, like, performing-wise, but we also have to realize, don't make it more of a performance, make it more of a ministry, because it's for God. You know, and it's for you as well, so that you can be in good standing with God.
Yeah, and even with that, when I say minister, you know, in so many places there's so many people who come to church, not just church, but even here on campus, they don't have that. I guess maybe that Christian experience, or they don't get that during the week. So whenever we go somewhere, we're ministering to them. We're hopefully touching lives, you know, and bringing someone closer to God through our songs. And I love when people come up to me and they say, how can I join the choir? And I say, they're like, do I have to audition? I say, no, you don't have to audition. I say, you just come to practice, come dedicated, actually show that you want to do it. And I say, and you're a part of it. And that's, I think, that another main focus is to make everyone feel welcome, feel loved, and feel like a big family.
I definitely agree. And something, we learn something new from each other each day. Just like yesterday, I was in the library and I was talking to two of my gospel choir members about the gospel explosion that we are about to have.
Yes,
that's
coming
about
up.
to be epic. So I want everybody to come out and support us. But to get on about the conversation, I asked him, I said, do you know any churches surrounding your local neighborhoods, where you're from, that would like to come to sing at the Gospel Explosion? And they told me, honestly, they never been to church. So them coming here has brought them into church. And I have noticed the change in these girls. Like, I noticed each time we go to church, like, they can feel the presence of God, and that they let their emotions be free with God. You know, they don't hold nothing back. And I didn't say nothing to them right then and there, but, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, God, I thank you, because that just makes me grateful. It's just amazing feeling, because a lot of folks won't know God if they didn't have this gospel choir.
My name is Micaiah Carney. I'm the president of the NAACP here on campus. We were rechartered, brought back to the campus in 2013 by Victoria Malone. Since then, I took over last fall. So the purpose of NAACP is basically to get students involved in the community, so the Clarksville community and the Austin Peay community, and basically to motivate them and inspire them to basically want to make a change here, and so they can gain more knowledge about the new passing of laws, like the new Jim Crow laws that were recently passed, to understand things like that and how we can take our part or position ourselves in the community to make it better, and come up with plans and just basically organize events on how we can be more proactive in the community and get the change that we would like to see and help encourage others to join us in doing so. The NAACP stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. It was founded in 1909 by blacks and whites, actually. So what most people don't know is that the NAACP was founded to help people of all colors. So not it was predominantly for black people, but it was for other races as well, colored people, basically, to help for the advancement in that. So on February the 22nd, we had a Roots Showcase, and basically what that was, it was a cultural showcase highlighting the talents of students here on Austin Peay's campus, and it was basically in honor of Black History Month. I say first annual because it was our first time doing it, and it is something that I would like to continue for NAACP to do and bring back to campus each and every year. I was actually pretty surprised that it was the first program, actually Black History program, that's been held on campus, to my knowledge, that I know of at least. So I was very excited to do it and bring it. It was a lot of hard work. It was stressful, but it came together really nicely at the end, despite the whole week we had out before. So the planning and everything is the most important part of it, and I just know what steps we need to take to make it better next year. But we had a lot of great acts. We had singing, and we had dancing, we had spoken word, and we also had the GOD here on campus perform. They did a couple selections, and it was really, really nice. So I was really impressed by the talent that we have here on campus. So it is something that I would love to do again, and I hope the students are as excited as I am to bring it back to campus.
Do you want to be an engineer? Want to create new technology or discover stars? Austin Peay's Physics and Astronomy Department is for you.
A degree in physics with a strong background in statistics will open up my options for graduate school and hopefully give me a very high-paying job that where I can go and enjoy my job every day.
The physics department here is really awesome in that it lets me play with a lot of equipment in the lab, such as the spectroscopy and interferometry and x-rays, and right now I'm working with lasers.
Graduates go into the fields of medical physics, atmospheric science, computational engineers, photonics, astrophysics, and material science. You can get your degree in physics, professional management, computational methods, and optoelectronics. An astronomy minor is also offered. For more information, contact the Physics and Astronomy Department at 931-221-6116.
Come on, let's go.
Hey. Hey, hi, what's your name? You live around here? You're pretty. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Guess it's about time to get you fixed, sweetie.
Your pets will start getting noticed sooner than you think. Accidental litters, millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters leave millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
Thank you for staying with us. Here in the studio with us is Miss Twana Tharp. She's a sophomore here at APSU, majoring in agriculture with a concentration in communication. She has recently started a new organization on campus called Change Girls. And thank you, Twana, for coming to speak with us on today.
No problem. Thank you so much for coming in. I know you have this new organization that I am also a part of, and I'm so excited to see where it's going to go, how we're going to talk to the girls. I'm just so excited about those type of things. So just jump right into it. Tell us what it's about.
Woo, okay. Well, the biggest thing about Change Girls, what we do is we talk to young ladies around the wonderful city of Clarksville. Right now, we're going to focus on 2 biggest schools. We're going to focus on Rossville and Kenwood, and we're going to take, so we're going to actually take 10 to 15 of those girls away for a second, and we're going to focus on them. So right now, I do have applications circling around campus, so if you want one, please come find me. or you can actually email changegirls@yahoo.com and I can give you one, because what we're going to start doing in a few weeks, we're going to start getting the girls here so we can talk to them and empower them, okay? Also, I have a spa day coming up, so I need as many people as I can get to come help me with that, because the more people, the better, okay? And the bigger it can be, okay? So that's what we need, okay? Also, real quick, I need to do some thank yous because a lot of people helped, and it's been a long week because phones, emails been blowing up, okay?
I can only imagine.
Yes,
I can
like,
really only imagine.
Crazy. You guys are freaking awesome, because honestly, right now, I have over 125 applications out, okay? So you guys have rock, okay? I need more, though. That would be nice. So I want to thank Kelsey Mercer for sure, because she did a wonderful job Tuesday night. I want to thank you guys for letting me be here today. Like, they're freaking awesome. So if you're watching, give them a hand clap. That's a great thing. Also, I need to thank Miss Tennessee US 2014 Jordan Davis, because she believed in this, Whitney Davis because she thought about it, my great brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, because you know you Miss Black and Gold loves you guys. Also, I support you fully. Oh goodness, I'm leaving out a lot of people right now. The Zion Church of Jackson, my mom, my dad, because they did a really good job making me. Let's be honest. God is huge. He actually did this. So let's be honest. God, you get all the credit. So, you know, hit him up. All my mentors so far.
Who are your mentors so far? I know you have a few that's on campus,
yes,
some of the professors
right now,
and everything.
Yes, I have Tracy Comer. I want to thank her for actually looking into this. I want to thank Bree Stevens for helping me out the very first part of the way. She is an honorary team member, just like Kelsey Mercer is, and I really appreciate that so far. So by next Tuesday, March 3rd, I need all the applications so I can actually pick out the 20 people. And guess what? To everybody else that's not a part of that 20, you still get a spot. So please do not let that small number of 20 count you out, because I need more people.
Awesome. Okay, so I have a really quick question.
Yes.
So I know when I went to the meeting, you were mentioning how things have changed as far as women, how the standards have gone down. You have a theory of why it went down and what happened. Yes. So tell us a little, enlighten us on that.
Whoa. So not too long ago, this is kind of scary. Back in 2000s, actually, it was probably 2000 even, when video dancers became really, really big. Honestly, nobody really thought that was going to be like one of those big things people really looked at. You guys, it actually made a huge impact. It's not good. A lot of people actually strive to be that these days. In lack of better terms, they want to walk around and be something that they're not. You should strive to be yourself and yourself only. And then the bad thing it is, those women now are on social media to make our girls think that what they are inferior to them.
So basically they're the modern day role model.
Yes.
Where it used to be, you know, like Miss Lena Horne, you know, somebody that's really classy. Now it's Corinne Steffens, you know, somebody that you wouldn't want your daughter to be looking at.
Exactly. Basically, it's like the more skin I show, that's the person I need to be like, and that's not right. Like, I'm fully clothed right now, and clearly,
and you look nice.
Thank you. And I'm doing way more than people that are half naked. Can I say naked on TV? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So blunt
you're
about
totally
it.
fine. No, you're totally fine, because I think we're getting to a time where you can't really sugarcoat a lot of stuff anymore. You need to just go ahead and say it how it is, because honestly, sugarcoating is what got us here right now. Just, you know, making it sound all nice and sweet. So really, it's just time to be blunt about it. But I know we have Mr. Reuben here. So how can males get involved with the organization?
Ooh, I have a really, really great job for males. Okay, so on my spa day, I need as many males as possible, because what we're actually going to do is we're going to have the males show the little girls what real men do, okay? They're going to be pulling out chairs. They're going to be taking up plates. They're going to do everything that Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity does for me. They're going to treat these girls like queens, okay? So that's why I need males, because honestly, the women can walk around all day and pull chairs, but what is that going to do?
Right.
Nothing.
Or they can be taught, you know, how a man is supposed to treat them and never receive that treatment.
Exactly.
And I know Reuben has grown up with his mother and his grandmother, so they have taught him old school how men are supposed to treat women. Like, I mean, what kind of things did they teach you? I know Miss Cynthia.
Well, Well, along the lines of just being a perfect gentleman, you should always treat women, you know, with the utmost respect. Treat a woman how she's supposed to be treated. Treat a woman how you would expect a man to treat your mother, your grandmother, or your younger sister, your younger cousin, or anything. You should always treat another woman like you would want someone to treat the women of your family, because you wouldn't want anyone disrespecting the women in your family.
And that's exactly why I need the men there too, because it can come out of my mouth, but it can only do so much. If men are actually there and present and they actually see what it does, that could be a game changer for everybody.
I think so also. Go ahead.
So how can we get involved, or how can we get in contact with you
how
to help
y'all
you
would get in contact with me? What we're going to do is we're actually going to have another day. We're going to have another meeting very, very soon. And I'm going to have a meeting. Women will be invited to this one too, but I'm mostly looking for men this time because sorry guys, I'm gonna have to put you through the application process that the women are going through too. So make sure you all have a picture on file somewhere. I need pictures of you guys because we like to have pictures, so when the website comes out, we actually got physical pictures of everybody, okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna put you through the same thing kind of that I'm putting the ladies through. If you go talk to a lady right now that's going through my process, they will tell you it's not hard. It's only an application, and then you come sit and talk with me. As you can see, I'm pretty easy to talk to. So that's what you're gonna do, and that's how I would choose my men. Even if you do not get a spot in that, you will still be needed that day, because honestly, I'm not gonna make any women do a lot of work, like heavy lifting, things like that.
So you need males for that.
Yes.
And I'm sure the men of Alpha Alpha will be present.
Yes, they will.
Okay, thank you very much. But one connection I really wanted to make was, I know that you said just women across, you know, the whole board, but also I wanted to make a point of black women. A lot of times we are held to a higher standard, or if you want to think about it, a lower standard because of where we come from and all those other things like that. So when you see a woman of color doing something that another woman of a different race is doing, sometimes she's held like, okay, well, wasn't she taught this and wasn't she taught that? You know, different things like that. So with this being a Black History Month, our Black History Month episode, I want to make that connection because a lot of times black women are held to, like I said, a higher standard, and we're expected to do X, Y, Z. But then when another woman of another race is doing something, you know, sometimes that's swept under the table, or it's not really as important as other races. So I want to make that point. So that's why I'm so appreciative of your organization. I'm here to support any way that I can. I'll be glad to have you back on the show anytime. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you, Reuben, also for being my co-host. Thank you so much, Twana, for talking with us again. And Reuben, thank you again. If you want to get more in touch with us, guys, you can follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, and also on Instagram. Like us, follow us. We thank you for coming, and thank you for watching.